Hi everyone, and thank you for joining again. In this video I will show you how you can make this beautiful butterfly bag charm coin purse, which is perfect for spring. This is how it looks like. And then you can just clip it to your bag. For the coin purse I will use this yarn here, and as usual please check out the video description because I will write down everything you need there. So just click on more below the video and you will find a full overview of everything you need. Now we start with our slip knot, and then we make 12 chains. 12 chains. Then we start in the second chain from the hook, this one here, and we will make 3 single crochet. This number will always stay the same, so in each row we will make 3 single crochet in the beginning and in the end, and the number of single crochet will not change. Now we switch to half double crochet, and in this row we need 2. First one, second one. This number will increase by 1 stitch in each row. Now in the next chain we will make 3 half double crochet. I will mark the middle stitch of them because it's just easier to count then. Now we will make 2 half double crochet again. On this side of the row they will also increase in the following rows. And now we have our remaining 3 stitches, and as I said, we will make 3 single crochet here. Now the pattern will always be the same. You will start and end with 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Then you will make half double crochet until you reach the middle stitch. Now in this row we will have 3 half double crochet. Then you make 3 half double crochet in the middle, and then you go back with half double crochet, or you go on with half double crochet until you reach the last 3 stitches where you make single crochet again. So let's do this together. Chain 1 for the turn, and from now on we will always work back loop only. So we start with 3 single crochet, back loop only. This is our last single crochet. Now we will make half double crochet until we reach the middle stitch. And as you can see here, we have 3 half double crochet to make. And as I said, this number will increase by 1 stitch in every row. Now we are at the middle stitch, and here we will make 3 half double crochet in the same loop. Now the number of half double crochet on this side of the row is the same like on the starting side, which means we have to make 3 half double crochet to reach our last 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and we are at our last 3 stitches, which means we make 3 single crochet. Now in the next row you again make 3 single crochet, half double crochet until you reach the middle stitch. There are 4 now. 3 half double crochet in the middle, half double crochet until you reach the last 3 stitches, again 4 half double crochet and 3 single crochet. And you go on like this until you have 6 rows in total. This is how it looks like when you have 6 rows in total, and you will have 23 stitches. In this row we don't make a chain, but we just cut the thread then we pull it through and weave it in, and the upper part of our wing is finished now. So we will now attach the thread on the lower side of the wing like this. So we poke in the foundation chain again, and you can see the starting slip knot is on the left side here. We draw a loop through the first loop of the foundation chain, chain 1. Now we poke in the same loop again and make a single crochet. Now the pattern for the lower part is always the same like for the upper part. We make 3 single crochet. We already made 1. This is our second single crochet, number 3. Then we make 2 half double crochet, now we make 3 half double crochet in this middle loop here. So this big loop here is where we make the 3 half double crochet. And then we make 2 half double crochet followed by 3 single crochet again. So the lower part of the wing is done exactly the same like the upper part, which means you make 3 single crochet in the next row, half double crochet until you reach the middle stitch, 3 half double crochet in the middle stitch, 3 half double crochet on the other side of the row, and you end with 3 single crochet. And you go on like this for 3 rows. So these are 6 rows. On the lower side we need 3 rows. These are the 3 rows. At the end of the row you have 17 stitches in total. I ended without a chain, cut the thread and pulled it through. And this is our little butterfly wing. And you of course need 2 of them. For the bottom of our coin purse, I started with 15 chains. Now we start in the 3rd chain from the hook, this one here, and go back all the way with single crochet. At the end of the row we have 13 single crochet in total, 15 minus the first 2 turning chains. And now we will make 2 chains, and instead of turning we will flip the bottom around and go on along the lower side of the foundation chain. And there we will make single crochet again. And you go on with single crochet. This is how it looks like. And you go on with single crochet until you reach the last stitch of the foundation chain. This is how it should look like. And these 2 here, this one, that's not so easy to see, this one here, and this one are our 2 turning chains from the beginning. And we will now make 2 single crochet in each of them. And for me it's easier to reach the back loop only, so I poke in only in this one loop of the chain. Number 1, number 2 in the same loop, and then 2 single crochet in the next turning chain, where I will also use the back loop only. Then I go on with single crochet and poke in below both loops again. And now you again go on with single crochet until you reach the 2 other chains. Now in these 2 chains here we will do the very same like on the other side. We'll poke in the back loop only and make 2 single crochet in each of them. Afterwards you go on with single crochet again, poked in the normal way. And then you go on with single crochet until you reach the end of the row. Now this is where the row ends, before the now 4 stitches that we have on this small side here. And we end our bottom by making a slip stitch. Then we cut the thread. I will cut a long tail because I will use it to sew on the bottom to the wings. So I will cut a quite long piece here. Then pull it through, and we will then end with a fake stitch, or at least I call it fake stitch. Because we will now poke in below the next stitch, like this. Pull the thread through. And then bring it back to the middle of the current stitch. So now you can see why I call it fake stitch, because it looks like a normal stitch and gives a beautiful and even ending for our bottom. Now I clipped on, this is our bottom, I clipped on the lower side of the wing, and you have to be aware that the wing ends on the same level. And now you just sew it on in this position. So I remove this clip here, and I will always poke in below the 2 loops of the single crochets, and then just go back and forth through the stitches. In this way you sew on the whole wing, and of course you fix the second wing in the very same way. Now we need the body for our butterfly, and the body is done exactly the same like the bottom. So this is how it looks like, and you already see it is exactly like the bottom. The only difference is that you start with 12 chains. So please rewatch the bottom part, but start with 12 chains. The rest of it is exactly the same. One difference is that we will now cover the holes in the middle of the body, because they just don't look so good for this prominent part that's so visible. So I draw a loop to the front with the long tail that I cut, and we will now make slip stitches or surface crochet through these holes in the middle so that they are covered. When the last stitch is done, I think one is missing here. This is the last one. So when the last stitch is done, you just pull through the thread and bring it back to the other side. And I will use the remaining tail to sew the body to the main part. And again, you of course need 2 of them. To sew it on, the upper tips of the wings will be about 2 centimeters apart. And in this position, I clip the body to the main part. And on the top here, I have 6 stitches. And on the lower part, I have 4 stitches that show over the edge of the main part, but you can clip it on in whatever position you like. Now to sew it on the body part, I will again go below the loops of the single crochet. And when I poke back towards the body, I will go through whatever loop of the body I can reach. And then again, poke through whatever part or loop of the body you can reach and through below the loops of the single crochet. And in this way, I will just go back and forth and sew the main part, the body to the main part. Sorry. And you repeat that on the other side, of course. This clip is just to show you that you don't forget to close this little gap here. So you just make a few stitches here, because otherwise you might lose some coins. Now I already fixed my label and this snap hook, I think it is. The hook is just fixed with a few stitches with the yarn and then weaved in. And we now have to fix the zipper. So you have to be able to fold the zipper in, then place it along the shape of the butterfly and fold it in on the other side. So this is the length that you need. And for me this is in total I would say 16.3 to 4 centimeters. I will begin to sew the zipper on. By the way, I use transparent yarn, or sewing thread is the right word, sorry. I begin to fix this part of the zipper here and sew it on very tight in the tip of the wing. When it's fixed in the tip, I will go step by step along the first side of the butterfly and just sew it on step by step. And in this corner here you have to properly fold the fabric of the zipper. and then you just sew it on. And as you can see, I hold the fabric of the zipper against the butterfly step by step as I'm going, and then place my stitches. Honestly, I don't know if this is the right or perfect sewing technique. It is at least the technique that works best for me. So if another technique works better for you, then just use whatever technique you like. Now when the first side is fixed and you fix this side here, I will keep everything tied together and the fabric of the zipper folded in, and then I will poke in like this. I'm showing it without a thread here. And then poke through the fabric and back through the butterfly. And in this way, I will sew on the other side. Again, I'm not a sewing expert. Maybe this is not the proper way, but it's the way that works best for me. And that's it. Your coin purse is finished. I hope you liked the tutorial. If yes, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.